to use extra caution. Winter weather warnings and advisories are in effect for western parts of the state through tomorrow. All right, thankfully, we do not have to worry about that, but we are going to see a big change.
Yeah, it's winter, and we expect big changes, but not like that. That's totally different.
Level. That brings flashbacks that we don't want to talk about.
We don't want to talk about that.
Don't talk about that anymore.
But yeah, big changes are on the way, guys. An Arctic cold front is going to move through, not in the next 7 days, but likely this time next weekend, next Sunday, next Monday. And that's when temperatures could get down to the teens and 20s.
Wow.
So big changes are on the way for certain. Let's talk about that. And January, on average, this time of year, afternoon highs are typically in the 60s and lows in the lower 40s. But again, as we get those stronger cold fronts, the Arctic air masses to move farther south, that'll typically trend us below these numbers. And as a matter of fact, the coldest temperature ever recorded in San Antonio in the month of January is 0, and that was back in 1949. Not expecting anything like that here anytime soon, so we'll break down the forecast and talk about that Arctic cold front in just a bit. First and foremost, tomorrow, wind speeds will pick up. Now, San Antonio, Bexar County is not included in this, but areas out west towards Del Rio, Eagle Pass are underneath a fire weather watch, meaning gusty winds, wind speeds near 30 to 35 miles an hour tomorrow evening, and even through Monday and Tuesday, that'll lead to elevated fire weather, meaning wildfires that spark off will spread rapidly. Strong winds and low humidity, not a good combination, and that'll contribute to elevated extreme fire weather behavior, so avoid any outdoor burning tonight, tomorrow night, and pretty much for the next couple days around the area, especially out west of San Antonio. Right now, 61, beautiful sunset. This is San Antonio International. Air is very dry. West winds moving around 7 miles an hour. Temperatures are in the 50s already in Helotes, Bernie, Kerrville at 58. Few degrees colder at Rock Springs. The air is dry and skies are mostly clear. And with that in place, we're going to look at a pretty chilly night up ahead at about 8 p.m. 54, by 10 p.m. 49. And then tomorrow morning, likely lower 40s to upper 30s around San Antonio. Maybe middle 30s across the hill country, but most of us should remain above freezing. Tomorrow's forecast for your Sunday, high near 66 with some sunshine. Going to be a beautiful day. And then rain is coming on Monday. It's going to be a very light amount. Here's the hour by hour. Tomorrow morning, around 39 degrees, very chilly. Bundle up. Tomorrow afternoon, middle 60s, some sunshine peeking through the clouds. And then late tomorrow night into Monday morning, that's when light showers are going to move through. It's not going to be a lot, but anywhere north of I-10 up to 1/4 of an inch around San Antonio, probably just a few sprinkles amounting to less than 1/10 of an inch here in the area. Okay, very quickly, up farther north, it is brutally cold, -20s, -30s across the northern provinces of Canada. Now, this time of year in the winter, what we call the polar vortex starts to get more active, and it gets more farther south. It moves into Canada this time of year, and if it dislodges farther south, that'll help colder air spill farther south towards the United States, towards Texas, and that's what's going to happen by late next week. We're thinking next Saturday, next Sunday, maybe as far as next Monday. Here's a interpretation of that, a forecast model, long range. Here's next Friday, next Saturday, colder air across the Dakotas, but watch this, it spills farther south right there. That next Monday and Tuesday were lows likely in the 20s, maybe even teens, with wind chills even colder than that, maybe highs in the 40s. So we have a lot to break down. In the meantime, the next 7 days, quiet for the most part, and then 10 days out, that colder Arctic air mass moves in. Here's a 7-day forecast, though. Tomorrow, 66, mild on Monday, morning showers before lunchtime, 60 on Tuesday, overnight lows staying cold and chilly in the 30s, highs near 72 on Thursday, and then trending back in the cooler category Friday and Saturday, highs near 62.